Good morning, everybody, and Grand Rising. I just want to talk about a few things, and the few things I'm going to ball and lump into one subject. And pretty much this could save your life. I am not doing these videos for viewers or followers. I don't give a shit. Unsubscribe from my channel. But the few who will watch this could save your life, and these are common things that we already know about. Now, the reason why I'm standing at this corner here is there's a wasp nest right in that corner, right where that flashing comes down there on the side where it 90s. And so we might see some wasps coming in and out there right now. And basically it's getting warm out, okay? So pretty much like what I'm going to share with you, there goes a wasp. I don't know if you saw that guy flying. So there's a wasp nest there. Now we walk like I walk by here every friggin' day. They don't bother me, but the problem with wasps in the summer is the wasps they get overly stupid, and they're going into like hibernate mode, and that's when they'll come out and just mindlessly attack you because they're getting sleepy and stupid, right? So they're coming in here, and right now that's not a problem. And like I say, I walk by here every day, so I'm not terrified of these things. But I'm also aware that some common sense can save your life. Okay, so we had a wasp nest up there. That's why that's barricaded and blocked. That was a wasp nest or a hornet's nest. Okay, that black speck there on the soffit. So what I'm gonna show you guys is, like, say even right here. Okay, there could be a hole where I'm poking my foot. You could be running over that with a lawnmower, and that could wind up having a wasp nest. Okay, and trust me, run a lawnmower over a wasp nest, and they'll start coming after you, man. Okay, so you better be moving real quick. So what I suggest is, don't go spraying these nests by yourself, because even at night you could be spraying these nests, and they'll come out after you to protect the nest at night, right? So you don't know. So we're going to talk about a few more things here. So between the spider webs that are in these trees and in these plants and in the garden, then we also have these little bees. Okay, and these little bees, they're so tiny that it's not funny. So we can see now, I don't know if we can see this, there's a bee flying off. But these little bees, I call them no-see-ums, because basically you don't see them. They're so tiny that unless the sun is glistening off them, you won't see them. So you don't mindlessly want to be walking up by your plants and stuff when the sun is coming out and beating like that, okay? Everything you kind of want to do in your garden is always during in early mornings and when it's shade out, because otherwise the hornets and stuff, they all come after the berries. So between the hornets and the wasps, you know, you'll see them everywhere, right? So I don't just mindlessly walk into the berry bushes and stuff like that and start picking, right? I'm always looking. I'm looking to see, like, right now the sun is coming out, so I wouldn't really be picking anything in this garden. I don't know if you can see these spider webs here, right? I don't even know if the camera's picking them up. There you go. So you can see, you could get bit by a spider, man, and you could sleep for 2 days. Just like those little bees there. I call them no-see-ums, and they're so tiny you barely see them unless the light is glistening off them. And the thing with one of these little bees, they'll bite you, and you'll be sleeping for 2 days, okay? So I can't emphasize the importance of this enough. You do not want to be poisoned and poisoned and poisoned by bug bites, and you have to watch out for ticks, and you have to watch out for everything, right? Spiders, bugs, ticks, you name it. So, and the reason why I'm telling you this is, like, for example, you really have to be aware of your surroundings and stuff at the house and stuff, because what can happen is, like, the poor neighbor was taking out his garbage, and literally inside the garbage can, a hornet's nest had developed, okay? And because the hornet's nest had developed, well, he got stung not once, not twice, but 3 times. Not in the same day. These are different occurrences. And anyhow, the poor fella, his throat started swelling up, his head had swollen up, like his face looked like the size of a basketball. Like, he had showed me some pictures, and it looked like he was going to die. So now, no matter what, he always has to carry around an EpiPen. So I can't emphasize this enough. And, like, in a little bit, the hotter it gets, like especially this cherry tree, hornets and wasps, they love cherry trees. They love flying on top of, say, like onion plants where the seeds are coming out, right? So they're all over the map, and I just wanted to share that with you, okay? So please, people, always inspect things. Try to do things when things are in the shade. Like if you're walking by your plants and stuff, you can see here, like this plant is getting tall, right? So if I walk by and I start touching it with my legs, like, beside it, well, I could get bitten by spiders and all kinds of things. There's like a little primary coil I drove into the ground there, an iron bar, an iron pipe with some copper around it. So yeah, we'll consider that our primary coil. The garden's the secondary. So the plants are kind of looking, they're looking pretty good around this coil, but I wouldn't attribute that to that, but you can see like the peppers are getting tall and the tomatoes are bushing out, and so shit's going down. So anyhow, I just wanted to share that. Here's just a shot of these crazy, awesome, sweet tasting berries. These things are so sweet and awesome. Like, I'm picking these now, but I mean, you have to watch. And hornets really love these things, people. I cannot emphasize that enough. They love berries. And Lord knows we have a shit ton of them. So that means that will attract hornets into your yard. So you have to be mindful what you're planting, people, because you will be attracting things. That's life. That's nature, right? You'll have the birds, the bees, and, the birds will eat the bugs out of your garden. And that's where chickens come in and stuff. So anyhow, just wanted to share that with you. I cannot emphasize that enough. Please watch out for garbage cans and watch out for on top of eaves troughs. Don't just mindlessly get up on a ladder and clean your eaves trough. Where you want to clean that eaves trough, you literally want to be looking and observing. Like, I might observe the same spot for 20 minutes just to make sure that if I get on that rooftop, I'm not going to die, okay, people? So whether you're taking out the garbage, whether you're just mindlessly walking around, there could be a wasp nest in the ground. You step on it, man, and it could be you could be dead. I'll tell you a little story, and then I'm going to let you go. We were up in Montreal in the mountains, and pretty much this one kid accidentally walked into a hornet's nest. The hornets had gotten inside his hat, inside his clothes, so off he went to the hospital in Montreal, to the infirmary. Then it turned out the poor kid came out, and after he had got better, he had stepped on a wasp nest in the beach, and anyhow, well, that was the last time. He was so allergic to things that he had to carry an EpiPen, and the slightest little bite can kill you. So people, till then, please keep your heads up, your sticks on the ice, try to stay safe, and cheers. Namaste. Bye. Peace.